Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Toyin Ajala and this video is definitely a continuation of our study abroad series. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, welcome. Please subscribe, like and share with your friends. We're on this current series where we're sharing study abroad tips, studying the UK tips, and if you are an OG returning subscriber, thank you very much for joining us again and staying tuned with us. So yeah, let me just quickly go into the video. As you can see already from the title of this video, I'm going to be giving some tips on how to choose a university to do your masters at in the UK. It is not enough to go to a school because your friend is in the school. It is not enough for you to go to a school because you've read a lot about this school. Like I think I used to hear a lot about Coventry, and when I wanted to go and study abroad, what was on my mind was Coventry University, but they didn't even have the course I wanted, so that was out of the way. So that takes us to the first point: course of choice. So before you can choose a university to go study at in the UK, it's important that they have the course that you're choosing to study. Don't choose a school just because you like the school. Look for a course that you like, because if you go and do a course in masters that you do not like, you're gonna regret it. And I'm not even trying to be mean or anything. You need to have some form of interest in whatever course you've chosen to do. So your course of choice: does this university have the course that you like? If it does not, go ahead and continue researching till you find the perfect school for that. Also, regarding the course of choice, would you like to do a course that is a 2-year course that has internship, placement, or you're okay with just a 1-year course? You need to make all these decisions, and when you know what you want, you need to do your research. What you're looking for exists, do not rush. That is why these videos are in preparation for 2023, and if you're watching this in December 2023, it's for preparation for 2024. It's valid, evergreen. So make sure that you get a school that has your course of choice. Next, the second thing that you have to look at before choosing a university to do your masters in the UK is the cost of the school. How much does it cost? I hear a lot that UK schools are so expensive, studying abroad is so expensive, studying the UK specifically is so expensive. But do you think maybe it's because you're choosing a school that is really expensive? Is it because you're not doing enough research? So look for the cost of the school, know your budget. Are you looking for a school between the 10,000 gap to 15,000 gap, or you're able to do above 15,000 to 25? Whatever one you're looking for, it is available. In fact, there are schools that are lower than 10,000 pounds. I'm going to mention one school here. This is a bonus for you watching this video. There's a university called Seaside University, and I've heard of courses in that school that go as low as 9,000 pounds. Also, under choosing the cost of the school, it's important to know the payment plan. What's the payment structure? Is it a school that requires you to pay half before you leave Nigeria, or a school that tells you to pay 2,500 deposit, then you're allowed to pay 5 other installments, or a school that tells you as soon as you get to the UK you need to pay the balance even though you've only paid 3,000 out of 15,000? So these are things that you need to do. And guess what, guys? It is so easy to get all this information because it's on all the websites. Everything is clearly stated, or you can always call the agent of the school or their representative in Nigeria. Also, do not rush into a school just because their tuition is cheap. Some schools, they have cheap tuition, but they have very high deposits. So let's say, for instance, a school is only charging you 11,000 pounds, but you have to pay 6,000 pounds as your deposit. To me, that just feels like a lot, because there are schools that will only take 3,000, 3,500, even 2,500. I've heard of schools of 1,500 in South Wales. So it just depends on whatever works with your pocket. Everybody is not definitely not on the same price bracket, right? So look for what works for you, and definitely I'm promising you would find what works for you. The third thing that you need to look at when you're choosing a school is definitely the location. I think if you're planning to study in the UK by now, you probably heard that London is so expensive. Yeah, London is expensive. And what is expensive in London is the accommodation. It's really expensive to live in London, just as expensive as living in Lagos or living on the island, something like that. So it's very expensive, and it's monthly, in case you don't know. Accommodation is paid monthly, and when you want to get accommodation, you're asked to pay accommodation for 1 month and deposit for 1 month. So you're basically paying 2 months accommodation at the beginning. So you need to think about this very well. Would you rather be in London and pay 800 per month for your accommodation, or you rather be in Birmingham and pay 350 for a 2-bedroom? Birmingham people, let me know, like, do you guys actually pay 250? But what I'm just trying to say is that you need to consider all of this, and there are some websites you can go check the prices on. I'll put some of them here. There's Spare Room. If you go on Spare Room, you can have an idea of the prices of accommodation in that area and what you can get. So you can just choose what you want. And the reason why people actually go for London, even though it is expensive, is that the standard of living in London is chef's kiss, dope, right? So it's like, if you're used to Lagos, Ozo and Bobu, that nightlife, that fun life, you definitely will love London. Unlike if you move to somewhere like let me say Hartfield, for instance. Hartfield is also close to London, but it's a very conservative town. Everything is more quiet. You really don't see any parties. I lived in Hartfield and I know for sure you really don't see any parties. It's very, very like calm, but that works for me, that works for a lot of people. So choose what works for you. Now let's go to another point. This point, many Nigerians don't consider it, but I still think it's really important, which is the rating of the school. So what is the rating of the school? What is their rank in education? And there are so many things to look at even in the ranking. It's also like, oh, what is their black community like in the school? What have they been ranked for? What are they known for? And all those things are also very, very important. Also, employability, the alumni, what is that like? What are the resources that the school provides to their graduates that help them in the workforce? Because it's not enough to do a master's. Very important to have a job, get a job, you know. So definitely look into all of this. Guys, I'm going to give you guys a bonus point regarding why I am one of the things to look at when choosing a school, which is this. Listen, guys, there are some schools in the UK that require you to get your proof of funds before you can get your CAS. We're still going to do some videos where I would explain exactly what all these things mean. But quickly, let me just explain to you. So proof of funds is one of the documents that you need to apply for your visa, right? So some schools will require you to have your proof of funds before they can give you your confirmation of acceptance of studies, yes, CAS. While some schools would not require that. So you need to make sure that you know what you're working with. And the reason why it's just so much better to get a school that would not require that is that you really don't want to end up putting the money in the bank for more than 28 days, or end up putting it back for more than a month, which is the required month that is applied, the required number of days that is required by the visa office. But anywho, if you find a school that works for you, you find a price point that works for you, a location that works for you, this may not really be an issue. So guys, that is all I've been able to come up with today, and I think these are really, really important things you need to look at that you will not find in other videos on this YouTube. So you guys tell me thank you in the comment section. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Do not forget to subscribe, share, and like this video so we can bring more content. Also, like I said, this is going to be a series. So the first video that we did was on the document that you're going to need. Now I've given you some tips on how to choose your school, and the next video you're going to be getting from us is how much how much does all of this cost? How much does it actually cost? And I know that that is actually going to be an important video. You guys should subscribe so you can get, in fact, turn on your notification bell so that you can be one of the first people to know when I drop that video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.